MAGA agenda. Republican Eric Early is endorsed by the California Pro-Life Council, opposed to all abortion. And MAGA Republican Eric Early loves the Second Amendment. Early's so extreme, he even opposes a ban on assault weapons. MAGA Republican Eric Early, way more dangerous than Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey dodges Trump, refuses to say if he'll vote for Trump now. Steve Garvey even said he might vote for Joe Biden, while Eric Early calls Biden the worst president of my lifetime. MAGA Republican Eric Early from Red Fair. Too MAGA, too Trump, too dangerous for California.
I'm Katie Porter, candidate for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Katie Porter, the Senate.
Hey kids, it's time to jump on the Zuber train. Today, high-speed rail it through the listings to get you on track and on the ride home. Whether you're moving up or down or in between, it's got to be the Zuber team with Darren and Daryl, who have hundreds of five-star reviews between Google and Zillow. But they've been at it since 1971, selling over 7,000 homes and finding as many more for those of you who need to move into one. Hey, by the way, Darren and Daryl are the only agents here in the Fresno area recommended by Shark Tank and the great real estate mogul Barbara Corcoran. The Zuber team with Real Broker are so far ahead of everybody else in the industry. Imagine, if you will, knowing in less than a minute, without talking to an agent, you could request an offer price on your home. If you want to know what your home is worth in today's market, go online to ZuberTeam.com and they'll show you the way. It's easy. And while you're at ZuberTeam.com, find out about the programs. Buy before you sell. That's a great one. It's a trade-up program. They'll even help you with home repairs and give you an instant cash offer if you want. Hey, yep. Take a ride on the Zuber train.
Exclusive Super Tuesday coverage on the Valley's election headquarters. KMJ, KMJNow.com, or wherever you stream.
Thanks so much for joining us here on the afternoon drive on KMJ, KMJNow.com, or wherever you stream. That's Philip Tracy. My name is Curtis Johnson. I love stories like this, particularly in the middle of a really, really ugly political fight.
A little psychological palate cleanser.
Yeah, it's kind of a hail. Here we go. We can relax with this one. So it's an Airlines flight. There was a passenger on board who was a part of the Seattle's Woodland Park Zoo. She happened to be transporting 6 very rare Chilean flamingo eggs in an incubator. They're on this flight. They're headed to Seattle. Unfortunately, the incubator stops working, which means the eggs are going to cool, which means the eggs may never hatch.
That's the viability is compromised.
Yes, viability is compromised. So the person from the zoo asked the stewardess for some help, gave her some rubber gloves, asked her to fill them with warm water, which the stewardess promptly did. And she put the warm water, of course, in the gloves, on the eggs. Days saved. Flamingos came out all right.
Okay, so I think this is beautiful. And by the way, not only did the stewardess, Amber, hang on, I'll get her name right. Oh, they never give Amber's last name. Anyway, so stewardess Amber gets these rubber gloves, fills them up with warm water, packs them in around the eggs. Other passengers start throwing their blankets and coats in too. Like this kind of became a team effort to take care of these eggs. This is a beautiful, just people being good people moment. Yeah. How'd you get 6 flamingo eggs through TSA and I can't get a bottle of shampoo?
I'm pretty sure she had identification. I'm pretty sure that she planned ahead for this. I don't think she just showed up at TSA. I'm speculating.
Well, and if you're at TSA, what do you do if somebody shows up with an incubator? I mean, because the rules are the rules, right? How many times have you seen somebody standing there chucking stuff out of their backpack into the trash bin? There goes a Bic lighter. There goes a thing of shaving cream. Whoops, there's a nice bottle of cologne. Can't have that bottle of water. Yeah, I know you just opened it, but that's a 16.9-ounce bottle of water. You can't take that on an airplane. But 6 flamingo eggs. Hey, yeah, cool, come on in.
Again, I don't know for certain, but I think my premise is correct. I think this zoo official planned ahead and checked in with TSA and said, look, I'm bringing this weird stuff through. They're flamingo eggs. They're not bombs.
So the Woodland Park Zoo named 5. There were 6 eggs in this story. 5 of them got named by public survey. And then Amber, the stewardess, got to name the 6th chick. All 6 eggs hatched. They were totally successful. Amber named the flamingo after her granddaughter. That's very cool. E. Curtis Johnson's over there. I'm Philip Teresi. Super Tuesday. It is primary day in California, and we have got a lot more on the way after an update of headlines with Jim Miller in the KMJ newsroom. Stick around.
Miss the show? Subscribe to the Afternoon Drive podcast. It's free wherever you get your podcasts, or click the podcast page at kmjnow.com. Why are Democrats trying so hard to stop Republican Steve Garvey? Fox News Radio says he'd be a big boost to Republican control of the U.S. Senate. He's surging in the polls. And more important, Garvey's a MAGA Republican who voted for Trump twice. He supports Trump's border wall and says we need to close the border.
I've talked about the border, the crisis at the border. Let's close the border.
He opposes Medicare for all.
Medicare for all will be a strain on our economy. I don't bring government involved.
He supports Trump's economic policies.
Economists say that he did an exceptional job for our economy. People will say he created jobs for minorities more than any in this history.
Garvey says MAGA policies make us safe.
We were safer more under him than we are under Biden.
Stop Steve Garvey, MAGA supporter, too conservative for California.
I'm Adam Schiff, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Schiff for Senate.
Doherty Nursery's self-fertile almond trees available now include Independence and Yorizani. Doherty Nursery is a member of P2G, and that means you get Bright Hybrid 5 and Crimp 86, along with SG1 and FXA rootstocks. Doherty Nursery carries all of the very best and top-rating rootstocks in the industry. Doherty Nursery is also your leader in pistachio rootstocks and budded pistachio trees. Call 1-800-GRAFTED to meet your field representative and discuss if Independence or Yorizani might be right for you. It's time to get informed about Doherty Nursery's new pistachio rootstock genetic. New patented Vigor Clone D110 is an industry standard with millions sold throughout California. Vigor clones are unmatched in vigor, high salt tolerance, and compatible with all major scion varieties. Vigor clones are available for delivery now. Get in touch with your Doherty Nursery field rep and let them show you plantings of pistachio rootstocks for Doherty Nursery in your area. Doherty Nursery is also offering budded pistachio trees, available now.
American leak detection. Leak detection without destruction.
If you have a plumbing issue, think you have a hidden pipe leak under concrete slab, or possibly you notice your pool or spa is losing water, American Leak Detection and Plumbing can help. Their technicians will locate the leak and perform the plumbing repairs. They find the leak and fix the leak, saving you time and money. They will focus on your specific plumbing needs without trying to upsell you for things you don't need. American Leak Detection and Plumbing is the original leak specialist, finding and fixing leaks for over 50 years in residential and commercial properties. They also work with all major insurance companies. Don't just call any plumbing company. Call American Leak Detection and Plumbing first. American Leak Detection, your one-stop plumbing shop. Call 559-353-2546. CSLD license number 1000745.
American Leak Detection.
News Talk, 580 AM, 1059 FM, KMJ, Fresno, a Cumulus Media Station.
Good afternoon from the newsroom. I'm Phil Miller. This news update sponsored by Donald P. Dick, a.k.a. Mr. Cool. California Highway Patrol is investigating a deadly crash in Fresno County. It happened for 11:30, a few miles east of Biola, on Dickinson and Barstow. Officers have not said what led up to the crash, but confirmed someone was killed. It is in development. Valley voters headed to the polls on this Super Tuesday. Fresno County clerks already processing primary ballots, with only about 80,000 returned. Anyone who still has one needs to take it to a drop box or fill out in person at any of the 50-plus voting centers by 8 p.m. tonight. The county will release initial results tonight, but there'll be a few more days until updated numbers come through. The investigation into the cause of an early morning fire at a Central Fresno apartment is underway. ABC 30's Eliza Navarro with more.
It happened after 12:30 this morning at an 8-unit complex on Princeton and Weber. First day the fire was sparked in an upstairs apartment in the middle of the complex. Firefighters initially had a hard time getting water to the flames because an illegally parked car blocked the hydrant. Now firefighters eventually got a hold of the flames. The residents safely escaped, but a family pet did not. The dog died at the scene, and a cause for the fire is under investigation.
There's only one statewide measure to vote on today. Prop 1 wants to use $6 billion to provide housing for the homeless and build mental health treatment facilities. The measure would also authorize bonds for such facilities. 3 others need to be decided as well, including whether to change the election year for some officials, allow local places to be renamed, and add a sales tax to benefit Fresno State. San Francisco has a number of ballot proposals related to crime and drug use. Fox Business' Lauren Simonetti with the latest.
Voting underway for 7 measures mostly tied to public safety. Like Proposition E, that would give police more technological power. Prop F mandates drug screening for welfare recipients. That's 5,200 people. They receive as much as $700 a month. It's estimated a third use drugs. Now some local Democrats say it's time for tough love.
Somebody who has journey in recovery from addiction myself, it is progressive values, and it is liberal to do everything we can to disincentivize drug use and to incentivize for recovery.
That's District 6 Supervisor Matt Dorsey. In New York, Lauren Simonetti, Fox News.
Now the forecast from ABC 30 meteorologist Christine Gregory.
Hey, there's Central Valley and Happy Tuesday. Expect a nice, comfortable afternoon with temperatures in the mid-60s and a mix of clouds and sun. Cool overnight into Wednesday with lows in the mid-40s. A couple of showers will make their way into parts of Fresno County, but mostly for the South Valley. And the coastal system slides just more south, flying through Thursday and Friday with more sunshine and warming with 70s by Saturday. For KMJ and ABC 30 meteorologist Christine Gregory.
I'm Joe Miller on KMJ at KMJNow.com or wherever you stream.
And I have a couple of traffic incidents to report here. From Tulare County, Road 152 and Avenue 216, there's a collision with injuries involved. Also, Highway 65, Road 203, a collision with no injuries. In Madera County, southbound 99 at Robertson, a traffic hazard of some sort. And in the Fresno area, south of Fresno actually, South Cherry, East Adams, the collision, no injuries there. With KMJ Traffic, I'm Rob Harris.
This hour of fine KMJ programming is sponsored by Plus Class 8500. Join KMJ and Cumulus Fresno to get 8,500 blood donations made before March 15th. Roll up your sleeve and schedule an appointment today at donateblood.org. It's KMJ's Afternoon Drive with Philip Terrest and E. Curtis Johnson.
304 on a Super Tuesday at KMJ, KMJNow.com, and wherever you stream it, the Valley's election headquarters, and we will have extended coverage. I believe we've got special programming from Fox News starting today, and then at 8 o'clock, Ray Appleton is back along with John Brosky, Michael DeManuel Jr. I'm going to be here, and we're going to be breaking down California results as they come in, so be here. I think starting at 8 o'clock is I know starting at 8 o'clock, so local programming resumes here on KMJ. And we're going to stay with you guys as long as we have. I got a case of red to set aside, so if everybody starts nodding now, we're going to try to crowd.
The old Boy Scout, come prepared or be prepared.
Mainly because I want to see if we can, I want to see if we can get to Manuel up. Because Michael's so even-keeled, even when he's passionate about something, Michael's always very even-keeled. I want to see if we can kind of like get him to it, like an 8. I don't want to give him a heart attack. Just I want to see if we can get that thing spinning a little faster.
Wait a sec. Did I just hear you say you want to get Mike DeManuel hopped up on energy drinks? Is that what I heard?
Just animated. I don't want to make him sick. I don't want anybody getting hurt. No. You know, if we got to go get the AED, I did it wrong.
Okay, all right.
I'm just, an opportunity's there.
Understood. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. That way I can disavow any knowledge.
He's going to come in and tell me how to do you guys. 8 o'clock, local programming resumes. Super Tuesday, California returns. And while we're talking about what's to come tonight, the second least popular face in American politics has reared its head again. Hillary Clinton's back, and man, I read an article about the Clintons, and they've been so removed from politics, right?
Yes. What a gift. Make it last longer.
Hillary kind of became the lady that lost the Trump, and Bill's been off doing foundation stuff, and he's got that peculiar place in the collective imagination because he was Slick Willie, he was the president of the the one thing that Biden never did. And it's something that every Biden supporter has taught me. You gotta just go after Biden's old thing head on. Yep, you're right. I am. I'm not the guy that I was with this. I've got more experience, I got more wisdom, I got blah, 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 blah. And sell it as this is not a bug, it is a feature. You're right, I'm old, and I'm still better at the job than anybody else. Biden never pulled that trigger. Is Hillary Clinton the person that successfully advocates for that position?
Well, she could. I think it's probably too late for Biden to do it because he's been wearing the label for so long. But let's face it, Hillary is a scrapper. Whether you like her politics or like a lot of us hate her politics, she is not one to back down from a fight. She's a loyal Democrat. She's going to do anything for the cause. I understand her strategy in this. When you own your fault, then people who would use it as a cudgel against you can't do that anymore. That's what she's attempting to do.
Oh no, I see that clearly. And I think that if, frankly, I think that if Bill Clinton is once, I'm not sure Obama could get away with it, although for different reasons. But I don't think that Hillary is the person to advocate this position successfully, because Hillary's going to have, in my opinion, she's going to garner two reactions above and beyond the third place, which is going to be, yeah, okay, whatever you say. Because there will be Democrats that go, yeah, okay, Hillary's wrong, and they roll. Then there's going to be the Democrats that look at her and go, dude, you lost. You're not the woman. You're not the president. You're not a part of this campaign. Stop telling me what lens I'm supposed to view this guy. She alienated Democrats in 2016, and it cost her an election. Now she's back at the 11th hour, and I think there's Democrats that are going to thumb their nose at it. The other thing is, any position that Hillary Clinton takes, guaranteed, it's going to motivate at least a couple of Republicans to get up and go vote against that position. Folks who might have otherwise stayed on the couch are going to show up and vote because, oh, this broad. And they're going to go drop a ballot in the mail or the drop box that they wouldn't have simply because they chafed at Hillary trying to boss them around.
Okay, I think those are solid answers, and I'm not saying that my retort trumps everything you said. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's another way to look at this.
Sure.
So I think Hillary has probably been sitting in the shadows for a while, itching to get back into the game because she's a scrapper.
Yeah.
She, in my opinion, is the queen of shrill. This is a shrill response. The whole thing, yeah, just accept it. Get over it. Yeah, Biden's old. She can fight this fight. Whether, and it doesn't mean that Biden has to change his strategy at all, whatever that may be. But it's another voice that's ginning up Democrats to not give up the cause. Because of her personality, because of her style of battling political opponents, she can make this message stick with some people. It's not going to work with Republicans or anybody on the right at all. But if there was somebody on the left who was thinking about, oh my gosh, I'm hearing all this talk about President Biden, he's so old, and I saw him on the news the other night and froze up for like 10 seconds, and I've seen other clips like that. If there's any Democrats thinking that and they hear Hillary come out of the woodwork going, just get over